Hey, MixRPD here. How's it going? So, we got another breakdown video here, and it's a little bit different. We're going to look at some mastering this time specifically. So, this guy, let's bring him up here, Big Brother. This guy got at me on Twitter the other, I don't know, a week or two ago. Any of this song, Roll Up, Pour Up, that it's already out, but he sent me an MP3 of it, and he wanted some advice on what I would do with it or whatever. So, you know, it was already finished, right? It was it was right up to full volume, and I one of the things that I noticed with it was I thought that sort of the low end was distorting a bit. And also the other thing would be that the vocal was probably a little too low. Like, it's the vibe of the song kind of thing, because he's going for like a chilled out vibe, but he was just a little too buried. So I wanted to try to my two things were I wanted to try to get the vocal a little bit up front, but keep the vibe intact, because I thought he'd done a lot of good stuff. And then try to control some of the low end distortion. Like, he was just going for a big low end, which of course you want, but it was just blowing up a little bit. So here, let's listen to the track. So this is how it came in on the MP3.
Pour that bottom, hold that shit up, roll up that sip. Pour that bottom, roll up that sip. That shit up, roll up that sip. You can tell I can't get lit. Walked in this bitch on my shit. Fit the do say clutch to my grip. Got a blunt lit in one in my ear. Looking for them girls with them big derrieres. I'm on LSD, pardon me if I stare. The way a nigga peeking, girl, I really don't care. I'm a real player, so I pick 'em by the pair. He mad, he be choosing, but I don't be cuffing. They see a young nigga turn nothing to.
Okay, so you can hear we got some dope stuff going on here, but he just wanted to know how it could be improved. So this is what I tried to do with it. So let's have a look here. So we'll play this.
Pour that bottom, hold that shit up, roll up that sip. Pour that bottom, roll up that sip, roll that shit up, pour that bottom. You can tell I can't get lit. Walked in this bitch on my shit. Fit the do say clutch to my grip. Got a blunt lit in one in my ear. Looking for them girls with them big derrieres. I'm on LSD, pardon me if I stare. The way a nigga peeking, girl, I really don't care. I'm a real player, so I pick 'em by the pair. He mad, he be choosing, but I don't be cuffing. They see a young nigga turn nothing to something.
Okay, so basically, working from an MP3 that's already gone through limiting and all that stuff, you're kind of working from a disadvantage. When there's distortion already baked in, that's not necessarily desirable. You're not gonna. I can't undo that. So I'm just trying to limit the damage and get the idea across of what I want to do. So what did I do? First, we have some EQ here. Excuse me. So I'm just trying to de-emphasize slightly here the low end, about 80 hertz. Just shelve that down just slightly, because it's pretty big. So just de-emphasizing that, and then emphasizing a little bit of the sort of main vocal sort of telephonic range here around 1 kilohertz. So that's our first move. Well, really our first move is to turn it down the whole track 1.45 decibels, because we need a little bit of room to work. So that, then the EQ, and then we're heading off here to the multiband compressor, the titanium. So let's have a look at what this is doing.
Bottom, roll up that sip, roll that shit up, pour that bottom, roll up that sip, roll that shit up. You can tell I can't get lit. Walked in this bitch on my shit. Fit the do say clutch to my grip. Got a blunt lit in one in my ear. Looking for.
I was doing my usual sort of half a dB on each band. You can see the gain reduction on these guys here. So I'm going to give it a bypass.
Looking for them girls with them big derrieres. I'm on LSD, pardon me if I stare. The way a nigga peeking, girl, really don't care. I'm a real player, so I pick them by the pair. You bet he be choosing, but I don't be cuffing. They see a young nigga turn nothing to something. They're talking all out like they part of discussions. Unaware they really be speaking no subject. On many big piped up, it ain't shit.
Okay, so this is kind of, I mean, I think when this compressor works, it gives sort of a 3D effect that's really nice. So I think that's happening, but then also on the output here, I'm boosting up the treble by about maybe 3.5 decibels. So that's giving it an overall brightness. So let's do that one more time.
Up, it ain't shit you can tell me. I'm popping no shots and we taking them down. And chopping them trees and we burning them down. This one for me, next one pass it around and I'm down. Some drinking, some tributary mixes the weed. I'm smoking that strong, my shit come with no seeds. You smoking that bush.
Okay, so that's our first move. Just kind of brightening it up, but also controlling it. Then we're going into what I would call my master bus here. So if I was mixing this, you know, this would be where the whole mix was going. And so we basically have these two plugins here. The Center by Waves and the Acoustica Tape, whatever it's called, Taup. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're doing here. Oh god, I moved it. Okay, so sides plus 0.8 decibels and center plus 0.5 decibels. So I'm just playing around a little bit with the, you know, like that, with the side signal and center, just changing the balance. And then I'm moving these controls around here for vibe. So the highs is going to the sides. The sparkly stuff over here. Sorry, didn't mean to bang the mic. And the punch I want in the center for, you know, the 808 and whatnot, the kick. So let's have a listen.
Smoking that bullshit, don't pass it to me. These niggas brought woods, but not enough green. I feel that bitch up till it busts out the seam. I'm living my life, but it feel like a dream. If this was a movie, you picture the scene. Hawaiian sunshine, it got me on beach. Just caught a new wave, now once.
Okay, but this is kind of working in conjunction with the tape plugin here as well. So we can bypass this one.
Wave, now once in your three, y'all sell that bitch out. My level on geek, I pour with the drinks and penny like tea. I know that I'm faded, I can't roll my weed. Lil' shawty with that, she rollin' for me. She say I'm that here that she ready to leave. Don't know who you came with, I know it was me. Just stop out there talking and pour that bottle.
Okay, so this is it's just trying to really control the low end sort of punch and just sort of fit it into a bit of a, I don't know how to say it exactly, but just sort of contain it a little bit, contain it all. So let's try to bypass both of these and see how it's going.
Roll up that sip, pour that bottle. Roll up that sip, pour that bottle. Roll up that sip, pour the bottle. Roll up that sip. You can tell I came to get lit. I finally got on my shit. Tequila, the sauce that I sip. I don't know the time, but I'm piped in the bitch. Looking for pretty bitches. I'm from out of town. Young on the store, I done got around. My time is whatever. Let's get it together. I'm drunk as a bitch and geeked out my mind. They say that I'm grooving, like how I'm moving. They can't.
So I think you can hear that. It just sort of snaps it in a little bit. Feels controlled. It feels a little bit more like a finished record to me. So, okay, that's those two together. Then we're going off to a little bit of control, more control of the low end. So dynamic control here around 55 hertz.
Moving, they can't understand me and know that I'm country. Michael Jackson, I gotta be starting something aside from the vibe, telling me that they love it. Me and Brody Pop. Drive me a couple of blunts is the reason this.
So obviously that's that sub bass. Just trying to control it a little bit from sort of overextending the speaker. Then we're going off to, believe it or not, a little bit of distortion.
This is the reason it's clouded, no pepper this time, but zip with a lot as we gone. We in our mode. I don't want your number, don't call on my phone. Right here, right now, the time and I'm on. I don't want this shit to come follow me home. Feeling myself out in paradise. The island and I got me very right. Pull up a shot of some brown and white. I can get used to this way of life.
Yeah, again, let's say, are we playing with the input and output? No, not really. Maybe just a tiny bit here on the input, but yeah, again, that just seems to be giving it a bit of control. So yeah, I like that. And then we're sort of rolling off the high end here after boosting it up, and even a little tiny bit here. So let's have a listen to this one.
You can tell I can't get lit. Walked in this bitch on my shit. Feel the dude say clutch to my grip. Got a blunt lit in one in my ear. Looking for them girls with them big derrieres. I'm on LSD, pardon me if I stare. The way a nigga peeking, girl, I really don't care. I'm a real player, so I pick 'em by the pair. He bad, he be choosing, but I don't be cuffing. They see a young nigga turn nothing to something. They talking all out like they part of discussions unaware. They really be speaking no subject. I'm really big piped up.
Yeah, it's a bit of a vibe thing, but I like it. And then we're going off to this guy, and I think I've showed this a few times here. High pass on the side signal at 50 hertz, and mid signal low pass in this case at 18.2 kilohertz. So that's about as low as I usually go on that. But yeah, you can see a more detailed description of that process in some of the other videos I have up. So that's it for the master bus, and then we're going off to what I would consider my mastering chain now, and we're doing some expansion here of the mid signal low end, and the side signal high end, and then just a static little tiny boost, half a decibel in the mid range. So let's hear this one.
Roll that shit up, pour that bottle, pour that shit up, roll that sip. You can tell I can't get lit. Walked in this bitch on my shit. Feel the dude say clutch to my grip. Got a blunt lit in one in my ear. Looking for them girls with them big derrieres. I'm on LSD, pardon me if I stare. The way a nigga peeking, girl, I really don't care. I'm a real player, so I pick 'em by the pair. He bad, he be choosing, but I don't be cuffing. They see a young nigga turn nothing to something. They talking all out like they part of discussions unaware. They really be speaking no subject. I'm really big piped up. It ain't shit you can tell me. I'm poking no shots and we taking.
Okay, I should probably stop with doing the hand signals if I can't even do it properly. But yeah, for me, just sounded smaller without this one on. So yeah, and then off to the next one, so a little bit more detailed control here. Again, just controlling some of the lower frequencies. This in particular here, this narrow cut dynamic is this is for that kind of woodblock sound. Let's hear that.
We taking them down, I'm chopping them trees and we burning them down. This one for me, next one pass it around and I'm gone. Some drinking, some tributary mixes the weed. I'm smoking that strong, my shit come with no seeds. You smoking that bullshit, don't pass it to me. These niggas, bro.
You can hear that sound in there. I just thought that was a bit too sharp, and it was just a little painful, and it was sort of sticking up above the mix. I wanted to sink in a little bit, and then again just sinking in some of the higher frequencies as well. So let's hear this whole thing bypassed.
These niggas brought woods, but not enough green. I feel that bitch up till it busts out the seam. I'm living my life, but it feel like a dream. If this was a movie, you picture the scene. Hawaiian sunshine, it got me on beach. Just caught a new wave, now once in your three. Y'all sell that bitch out, my level.
Okay, so just a little bit of detailed control here. And then we're off to the Oxford Inflator. So just trying to give it, I mean, because when I do something like this, I don't want to give it back quieter. It's easy to lose level trying to make your adjustments, but I don't want to give it back quieter, because then the person will probably just say, well, it's quieter, and they don't like that. So just trying to get a little bit of perceived volume out of this.
Out my level on geek, I pour with that drinks, a penny like tea. I know that I'm faded, I can't roll my weed. Lil' shawty with ass, she rollin' for me. She say, my ear that she ready to leave. Don't know who you came with, I know it was me. Just stop all that talking and pour that bottle. Roll up that me on beach, just caught a new wave. Now once in your three, y'all sell that bitch out. My level on geek, I pour with that drink, sip penny like tea. I know that I'm faded, I can't roll my weed, little shotty with it.
Yeah, that's just helping with the vocal, I think, more than anything. Brings the vocal forward. It's not really doing anything. And then we're just this limiter is just coming down basically, right? You can see it's only hit 0.2 of a dB, so this is just coming right down to the level where the mix is at, and not letting any peaks go over. And then we're going through the ozone here, so the master rebalance, pushing the vocal forward. Let's hear what it's actually doing though, because it says vocals, but let's listen.
Shotty with that, she rolling for me. She say in my ear that she ready to leave. Don't know who you came with, I know it was me. Just stop all that talking and pour that bottle. Roll up that sip. Pour that bottle.
You can tell I came to get lit. I finally got on my shit. Tequila, the sauce that I sip. I don't know the time, but I'm piped in the bitch. Looking for pretty bitches. I'm from out of town. Young Rolling Stone, I done got around. My time is whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's doing what it's doing. I mean, again, it just feels, the whole thing just kind of feels smaller to me with it off. A little bit more sculpting. It's really too much going on there to get into. Some imaging work, widening the higher frequencies more, and the low mids a little bit, and the low frequencies not at all. The stabilizer, so this is just elastic band kind of dynamic EQ. Let's listen to this on and off.
Time it whatever, let's get it together. I'm drunk as a bitch and geeked out my mind. They say that I'm grooving and like how I'm moving. They can't understand me and know that I'm country. Michael Jackson, I gotta be starting something.
Yeah, it sounds more controlled to me with it on for sure. A little bit of dynamic EQ, and then just the final maximizer here. A little bit of limiting, upward compression, soft clip right before that, and yeah, that's basically what we're doing with it. So yeah, I mean, hopefully, Big Brother was pretty happy with the work. He said this is more or less what he was going for. You can always, of course, get a cleaner result working from, like a clean wave file that hasn't gone through limiting and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, when you have inherent distortion and whatever, then you're never going to be able to get rid of it. But yeah, I think it was a successful job overall. So let's ride it out.
Started something aside from the vibe telling me that they love it. Me and Brody piped up with a couple around me, a couple of cups, and I hope they don't drive me. A couple of blunts is the reason it's clouded. No pepper this time, a sip of the lightest we gone. We in our mode, I don't want.
I guess we can do a little bit of let's try bypassing like some of these whole chains or something. Oh, and I guess I always forget to mention one or two things. So before I wrap up, I'm just trying to check what I forgot. So right before it goes off from the master bus to the mastering chain, so right before this plugin here, doing the sort of expansion, I have just a little bit of EQ here, de-emphasizing again around just above 1 kilohertz. So yeah, I think that's probably the only thing I forgot though. So yeah, let's try bypassing this whole master bus.
You can tell I can't get lit. Walked in this bitch on my shit. Fit the Douce clutch that might grip. Got a blunt lit in one in my ear. Looking for them girls with them big derrieres. I'm on LSD, pardon me if I stare.
That's pretty big. That's a pretty big difference when you start adding them all up together. I know some people are kind of like, you know, it's subtle. They can't necessarily hear the difference all the time. Maybe they're listening on their phone, whatever. But I'm pretty sure anyone can hear that difference. And let's try the same thing with the mastering chain here. Although maybe that's not such a good one, since it'll get way softer. So yeah, I don't know. That's probably pretty good. Let's wrap it up, I guess. Ride it out, big brother.
I stare. The way a nigga peeking, girl, I really don't care. I'm a real player, so I pick him by the pair. He mad he be choosing, but I don't be cuffing. They see a young nigga
Shout
turn
out
up
Jay
into
Smooth.
something. They talking all out like they part of discussions. Unaware they really be speaking no subject. I'm really big piped up. It ain't shit you can tell me. I'm popping no shots and we taking them down. I'm
guys.
chopping them trees and we burning them down.
Peace.